On the surface, it might seem like football is all about the goals and maybe the skills. However, it's a lot more than these. The fact is, football is a lot about athleticism, and players that seem very gifted athletically are a major addition to their teams. There is a lot to being athletic as a footballer, and having fast feet is something that can never be swept under the carpet. Speedy players can help their teams transition very rapidly and can also be a major headache for bulky defenders. This makes them assets to whatever team they play for. From PSG's Kylian Mbappe to Manchester City's Erling Haaland, these are the top fastest footballers in 2023. Before we go on, please like and share this video. Also, hit the bell button to avoid missing our other videos. Number 10. Antonio Rudiger. Rudiger was a relatively average player before the arrival of Thomas Tuchel to Chelsea. But with the arrival of the German tactician, he became a force in England and established himself as one of the most dreaded players in the EPL. Although he rapidly developed a reputation as a no-nonsense defender, his aggression is just one of his strong points. The tall German is actually very fast. He might not exactly be famous for this, but the Real Madrid defender is one of the fastest center backs in Europe. Due to his speed, he's able to fall back really quickly after helping his team with intense attack.
Dove arriva? Il gol di Rudiger!
Number 9. Ousmane Dembele. Just like Rudiger is not usually remembered for his speed, Ousmane Dembele is perhaps not the first player that comes to your mind when thinking of very fast players, but the best of experience at the highest level. This is not because he's not good enough, but simply because he has had to deal with injury after injury. You perhaps think he is all about the flair and dribbles, but the Frenchman does not need to dribble defenders to get past them. He sometimes simply needs to outrun defenders to create goal-scoring opportunities for himself and his teammates. Number 8. Adama Traore. Speaking of players that are linked to Barcelona, Adama Traore is not exactly considered one of the best players in the world, but if you're looking to buy a player in 2023 just because of how fast they are, then he is one player that you have to consider. For a moment, it seemed like Traore's career was going to enjoy a major boost after he moved to Barcelona. However, not much has happened with him since he joined the Catalans. Well, regardless of this, his physical presence and his speed are amazing attributes that make him difficult to mark. The Spaniard might be in one of the biggest teams on the planet, however, beyond his speed, there is not much to him. Number 7. Mo Salah. Mo Salah became a Liverpool player in 2017, and when he first arrived at the club, it didn't seem like he was going to become one of the club's greats. Well, 6 years after his arrival, the Egyptian is considered to be one of the club's legends, and has made the right-wing position at Liverpool his, and things might remain this way until he leaves the club. Being a world-class player, Salah brings a lot to the table at Liverpool. He has a decent number of assists and a lot of goals, and while he might be the most popular for scoring 32 goals in his debut season, there is more to him than just the goals he has scored. The Liverpool striker is one of the fastest players out of Africa. Although he's great with the ball at his feet and is capable of beating defenders easily, sometimes he doesn't need to dribble to beat defenders. He simply needs to run past them very rapidly, and this ability has come in handy in making Liverpool a threat in England and Europe. The fact is, when he finally leaves this club, there will be other players to fill his position, but it might be difficult to get a player on the right wing position that is both good at dribbling and very pacey. Number 6. Darwin Nunez. Unlike Mo Salah, who came into Liverpool with a bang and went on to prove his worth in his debut season, Darwin Nunez struggled in his first season at Liverpool. He came to England as Liverpool's record signing. However, for reasons people on Planet Football cannot explain, the Uruguayan striker could not match his price tag with his performance. At the moment, it appears Nunez is trying to find his feet at Liverpool. However, he's already proven to be one of the fastest strikers in England, and his pace was felt in his team's victory over Newcastle in the 2023-2024 EPL season.
Winning for Liverpool! Darwin Nunez! Most incredible turnaround you have ever seen!
Number 5. Achraf Hakimi. Moving on from the EPL to the French League, Hakimi is perhaps the fastest right-back in the world at the moment. While it appears normal for teams to have pacey strikers, pacey defenders are not so common. So, when a defender has a reputation for being pacey, he becomes a major asset, and this is the position Morocco and PSG's Hakimi enjoys. The PSG right-back did not seem like he was going to end up as one of the best in the world while still in Spain. But since joining PSG, he has grown into one of the best right-backs in Europe. He is both great at defending and helping the attack. And one thing that helps him play at the top is his speed. Due to how pacey Hakimi is, he can run at opponents and still track back effectively when his team has to be on the defense. Hakimi's pace might seem most pronounced when he has to run back into position. However, it also comes in handy when his team has to counter-attack very quickly. Number 4. Kylian Mbappe. Achraf Hakimi's pace makes him an asset to his team. It's even more effective because he combines with one of the best players in the world, who amazingly is also very pacey. With this, sometimes defenders have their hands full and are not sure how to deal with things. Kylian Mbappe might not be the fastest striker in the world. However, his pace, coupled with his technical ability, makes him one of the most dangerous players on the planet. Since his arrival, PSG has enjoyed a lot of dominance, and his speed is one reason his team is very successful. When Mbappe has the ball at his feet, he can run at defenders and beat them relatively easily. But he's not only super effective when the ball is at his feet. While waiting for a pass, since he knows beating the other player in a race is not something to worry about, he doesn't get into offside traps. Of course, this is just one effect of having him in the game. But having a player that can beat offside traps repeatedly and still win the ball easily will make any team dangerous. As much as Mbappe's speed is amazing and stands him out, his stamina even makes things worse for defenders. The 23-year-old might be famous for his ability to run faster than defenders, but the scary thing is he can do this throughout the match. So, while it's impossible for defenders to compete with him when the match is still very young, as the match approaches its last minutes, he becomes an absolute nightmare. He gets really impossible to mark, and we all know what can happen when Mbappe gets so much space. Number 3. Erling Haaland. Mbappe is perhaps the most dangerous player of his generation. Another player that is also very dangerous is Erling Haaland. As compared to other players that can do a lot of magic with the ball, Haaland might not seem like he's much of an addition to a team. But when the fact that he seems to have made scoring look so easy is considered, it becomes obvious that he is one of the best in the world. The striker is obviously not known to beat defenders by dribbling. However, he can make an entire team struggle throughout a match because of how easy he makes scoring look. Well, the man is perhaps the most prolific striker in the world and is very well known for this. Haaland might be dreaded because of his goal-scoring ability and perfect positioning, but these are just some of the things that make him a great player. In addition to these well-known qualities, the Manchester City striker is very pacey, and this helps his team look so deadly on the counter-attack. Haaland's pace could have gone unnoticed in a team that is all about playing beautiful football. However, in a team like Man City that has a thing for vertical passes, he is just an absolute threat to defenders. Number 2. Federico Valverde. Playing in a team like Real Madrid makes it a little difficult to stand out because of the array of talents in the team. This is something Benzema had to deal with for several years until the exit of CR7. Well, Valverde seems to be dealing with the same. The midfielder is an important part of the Madrid squad, but this is sometimes difficult to see. While Federico Valverde might not be the most celebrated player in Madrid, he is one of the fastest. His position on the right side of the midfield has given his team an edge in several matches because of his speed. In addition to being very pacey, Valverde is also a good shooter. So he can run into space really fast, get into shooting positions, then punish opposing teams for their laxity. Number 1. Alphonso Davies. At number 1, we have Bayern Munich's Alphonso Davies. The left back is very gifted and appears to have a permanent place in the Bayern starting lineup. There are several reasons Davies is the preferred player in Bayern's left back position, and one of them is his pace. The defender is able to help the attack effectively and still run into his position when his team has to defend. In addition to running back into position easily, Davies' pace also helps his team when on the counterattack. Davies might not seem like the most gifted on the Bayern squad. He also might not be the most important. However, he is the fastest player in his team, and this is definitely something that makes him an asset to the German champions. And it's a wrap on the top fastest footballers in 2023. Which of these players do you think is the most dangerous because of his pace? Please tell us in the comment section below. Before moving on, please hit the like and share buttons if you're yet to do so, and subscribe to this channel to see more videos like this.